It is never easy to do simulcast. Hello, everyone. Ian Iliona here. Another day in the West Coast. I went for a walk with my lovelies, my doggies, and things were fine. Things were fine. I try and, pass through a street, and some woman comes around it, and she's just like running at me like a fucking idiot. Fucking let that go. I mean, she's entitled to smiling. I don't care. But then, as I'm turning into my building, some young black person is right behind my window. He's got his pants down and everything. I think it's suspicious. And he looks at me and says, "Keep up, keep up." Hello, Essence. I'd like to decline a subscription payment to the United Negro Fund. I just look after that. Like I say, there's some things that are just unforgivable. But I'm literally walking through your neighborhood, and by the way, I don't even know how he came up to this neighborhood. Like, this is not his fucking neighborhood, so it looks suspicious. And then two, he's got his pants down right next to my window. So yeah, you're not gonna get civility out of me. You're just not. And if it's a question of whether or not I can be nice and politic about this, no, that's not happening. Of all things, like, it's not gonna make me fall in love with your people if you pause. Keep up, keep up. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But I didn't start anything with him, and I was just gonna let it go because I just realized that I'm in the wrong part of town. I mean, the fact that there was a hypodermic needle at a bus stop nearby probably should have let me know that. But I didn't think that I was in that kind of area. I thought when I was outside of Portland, I can move away from that kind of element. But then again, look, I did look at some of the houses, and the people were out and about. It's pretty mixed. It's a pretty mixed neighborhood, but I didn't think it was that kind of neighborhood. What is that kind of element doing here? And yeah, I'm an environmentalist, but and I understand that this is a very racially charged thing. But if you're not acting properly, you just bring down your entire people. Now, they may look at me and say, I am the whitest tan person ever, but I am white. So, I mean, deal, bro. You look at me, I look at you, and just like, who's lowering property values? There you go. And it's like, yeah, you want to get this kind of rhetoric out of me, you show up like that and do that shit outside my window, that's what you're gonna get. Now, am I in my window trying to peep at this person? Obviously not. But like I said, I go around the building and you got your pants down in front of my window. Screw you, dude. Screw whatever culture you fucking come from that tells you that that is appropriate. Now, I'm of the mindset that if you want your pants down, you just take your pants off and you wear a nice garment. But if you're just gonna do it like that, then you're just being rude. But either way, it's not always about that. I like to talk about socialism. I like to talk about the environment, not whether or not I agree with ghetto culture. I'm a rapper. I'm the worst one because it's just like my stuff is raunchy as fuck. My music is very raunchy and it's very ghetto. But that doesn't mean I have to fucking live that way. Doesn't have to be the way I present myself, especially on the camera. Am I somewhat of a growing boy, a bit of a slope there with my dad bod. Fuck yeah. But I don't cause problems. Not like that. Whatever the fuck that was, you can keep that too. This is why I just don't want to be part of America. I don't. I don't. Whatever the fuck that was, I don't want any part of it. It's not my life. It's not what I'm into. It's not my scene. And, you might put us all in a room together and say, I don't feel it. I do not feel it. I eat my chicken. I do eat some watermelon. I do enjoy some rap music. I'm just not into whatever the fuck that guy's about. Just no. Sorry, mate. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's all. I just don't describe to. Fuck it. I cannot fucking figure out how to say that phrase. I don't subscribe to your fucking subscription, whatever. I am silly right now. I'm because this is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. If it isn't some woman trying to jump out the bushes toward me, it's some ethnic person just being rude and just snarky as fuck for no reason. Now, granted, I didn't have to look. I could have averted my eyes. I could have averted my eyes. I could have, done one of these. One of these. But the dude was like right behind my window. Whatever. I got like what, a week left here. Let me just keep to myself, keep podcasting, and just put this nonsense behind me and let that element of whatever that is remain here as I move on with my life. I'm all about finding that center. He does not know how to figure up the Bomb Fridays. If he did, he would feel a little bit better. He would feel a little bit better. And I don't know, some alarms are going off. I guess I don't know. I just can't keep up with these things. I don't want to. I don't want to even try. I don't want to try. There was a time in my life where I would have been Captain America. Fuck yeah. Um, that's just not going to happen. America has always been a motherfucker to me. It's just always been a motherfucker to me. Always. Growing up, nothing but issues with these Americans. Nothing but issues. If it wasn't stones being chucked at me because I was gay, or being called a fag, or called the N word, because I was too dark, even though I was the palest motherfucker on that block. That's for sure. It was always something. It was always going to be something. So I had the choice, be a part of that and end up one of these loose pants ghetto motherfuckers, or just be oh Horn. Hey, you hear from Clint lately? Yeah, he showed up on the channel, or I want to say maybe a week ago, just about. He was on my channel. He talked about his struggles. He talked about how it's difficult for him as a person who exited the military riddled with beyond belief. And this is the point where the state that he lives in, if you choose, just falls through the cracks because they say, "Oh, he's white, so I mean, he doesn't need those kind of benefits. He doesn't need anyone advocating for him." Of course he does. Of course he does. He's a good person with a good heart. I don't follow up with him as much as I should. I could probably help him out a lot more than I should. Tree be overrun. I can't let my into the thing that would be a champion for the people. They molded me all right. They certainly did. They sexually abused me. They allowed me to be in a position to be sexually assaulted. They allowed me to be in a position where I had to go to the hospital, and they didn't give me any justice. They didn't investigate. I have nightmares because of it. I don't sleep. I avoid sleeping. In the last podcast I did, there were people who called me fat. But it's hard to want to be attractive again when all you can think is, if I was just a little bit more ugly, maybe she wouldn't have wanted to sexually abuse me. If I was just fat and disgusting and smelled horribly, maybe she wouldn't have sexually abused me. Art therapy, there are a lot of veterans like myself who have been sexually abused, sexually assaulted, or raped, and they don't have anything to turn to. They don't have friends. two dogs, and you will at least look at you. It's hard to. I'm gay, so don't look my way, dude. Don't look my way. And it's just like you've got your pants down outside my fucking window. Why are your pants down my fucking window? Like, culture and all. Like, do you not get people live here? I mean, at least in the very fact that, look, I wear I wear my tartan. I do. But, things are respectful. Things are respectful. I wish I just said fuck it all and just moved to Scotland where I belong, because there's this really, really thick ass Scotsman who's been showing me his butthole for, I want to say, at least a year now, and I'm about it. I really am. I want to tap that ass, and I'm on this, but I have to save America. Oh my god! It's a thankless job, okay? Because that means everybody loves you. I just want to be the village elder, which means I'm hated by everyone because I'm doing the job. You're welcome, West Coast people. I just don't get you West Coast people. You're supposed to be smarter than the East Coast. You're supposed to be so above it all, but you let yourself get pulled into drugs, you let yourself, and not even the good kind. Like, oh my god, you people are so fucking lame. Like, who the fuck is still doing heroin on the streets? What the fuck is wrong with you, Oregon? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm lucky I didn't get roped into that. I'm really lucky. There were several opportunities. Like, I had a roommate that I laughed and I had such a good time with. Like, we would just stay up all night and giggle. It was so funny. And like, I didn't have a roommate for the longest time, but I had that roommate, and I come back one night and he just OD'd. dealt with. I say to gay, why are you putting up with any of this bullshit? Stay with your own people. Do gay people steal? Oh, yes, they do. Mariah Carey tickets are expensive. Mariah Carey needs to lower some tickets so that gay people don't have to rob. These are facts. These are facts. If Ariana Grande put it down to 50% off if you were cocksucker, we would have less crime in gay communities. I'm just saying. You're damn talented, okay? Gays will do anything for those fucking tickets. But also, don't you just want to live with your own people? Don't you want to just be around your own kind and just be yourself and just like, vogue it out if you fucking feel like it. Sometimes I feel like voguing and there's no music. There's no music, but I'm like cat to cat cat to cat cat cat. And I'm just doing that on my own because it's just like my body wants to move, my body wants to flow, and I don't care if straight people look at it strangely. I look at them strangely going like, do you not feel the energy? Do you not feel alive? They don't. So why do I live anywhere near them? Either I need to live by myself or I need to live surrounded by the hottest cocksuckers on the planet. And that's just not this place. Really. I went on sniffies and my eyes saw things that I never. And how does straight woman was just up in there just like, I am looking for some action. Bitch, please. There are straight men on that app going, I would rather lay that effeminate cocksucker have a go at it than this dragacon that showed up there is just like, I am a biological woman. up. Believe it or not, some gays actually do. Okay, so I'm not exactly going to a Soul Train award anytime for my contributions to the colored arts, but just no, just no, no, no. There's Black and Proud, and then there's Green and Do You See the World Around You? Green and Do You See the World Around You? Because a lot of people of color are like, yeah, man, I'm going to stay true to my culture and, whatever. But your culture itself sometimes can be toxic. White people's culture can be toxic. Chinese people, Asian people, your culture can be toxic. Sometimes you have to rise above your own ethnicity. And yeah, I guess that might be a bit white and gentrified, but sometimes it's a step up. It's a step up. It started out with the pants down was an fu to authorities. Like, well, if you really want to know the history of the pants down meant that you took it up the ass. That's what that meant. I mean, don't get it twisted. If you pull your pants down like that, you looking to get some dick up there. But keep telling yourself that it's an fu against the mainstream society. Keep saying that. Keep saying that. Sometimes the step up from that kind of thing is maybe you learn you don't need to wear pants. Maybe you learn to wear free flowing government oppression free clothing. The robes and the vestments of sultans and kings. These jeans and pants there you hold around your fucking knees. There's just the chains of oppression because you don't see yourself as divinity. You don't see yourself as royal. You might want to say you're staying true to your culture, but go into your own history. You were sultans, you were kings, you were chieftains. You weren't this. Get yourself together. Keep up! Keep up! Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write the most rude and yet still toe tapping song to keep up to memorialize that black idiot that decided to fucking speak to me and didn't know their place. My name is Ian Ileona, I'm an environmentalist. I'm a werewolf. I'm a human rights activist. I take no shit from anybody, especially not people who look at my fucking color and think that they fucking are kin to me. I hope I see all of you on the next podcast.